Hi, my name is Julia Pancrazio,
My name is Howie Pumpsavan.
I'm Ty Whitaker.
And I'm Griffin Leslie.
and we did reaction time tests for our project. The two we included were the musical chairs reaction time test and the ruler drop test. So the goal or the aim of our project was to assess the reliability and validity of two tests for reaction time. Another goal of the study was to compare the means of the data to see if they were different by using t-tests. So the t-test also helped us to see if the samples were random. And again, the two tests that we included in the study were the musical chairs reaction time test, which was the researcher's test or our test, and the ruler drop test, which was the gold standard.
So before we conducted our test on the participants, we had a total of 30 participants, 21 male and 9 females, which all signed informed consent. And for our participants, there were no health concerns with any of them. Reliability was measured using the Pearson product moment correlation equation between trial 1, 2, and for the ruler test and music chairs test. Validity was measured using the Pearson product moment correlation equation between two tests using the averages from both of the trials. And the independent t-tests were used to compare the means of the female and the male participants for each test.
The volunteer should be sitting upright in a chair, feet flat on the ground with good posture and eyes facing straight ahead. The volunteer places his or her forearm extended over the edge of the table. Wrist will be hanging off. Ask the volunteer to place their thumb and index finger on either side of the bottom. Place the ruler vertically in the participant's hands. 1 centimeter should be at the top. 30 centimeters should be at the bottom. Have the volunteer practice to get comfortable with the ruler. Ask your volunteer to remove their fingers at the top of the ruler and remain holding the ruler at the 30 centimeter mark. Tell your volunteer you will be releasing the ruler without telling them before. Drop the ruler when the volunteer catches it. Record the number on the ruler that is shown directly over the thumb. Conduct 2 trials for each volunteer and average them both. Set up a chair in the middle of the room. Ask the participant to stand an arm's length away from the chair. Start the music on your phone and ask the participant to fast walk around the chair. Once the music is stopped by the test administrator, have the volunteer sit down in the chair as fast as possible. Start recording on the stopwatch once the music stops and stop when the participant has sat down. Record 2 trials for each participant and take the average when finished.
So, talk about the results from ruler test and musical chairs. The mean for the ruler test is 5.7008. The sample population is 1.86407. General population is 1.927. The skew is 0.056, which is above the mean. Kurtosis is negative 0.099, which the curve is flatter than normal. Validity is 0.047. Validity is 5.5775, and t calculated is negative 0.64. Musical chairs, the mean is 1.208. Simple population is 0.255. General population is 0.2595. Skew is 1.63, which is above the mean. Kurtosis is 0.73, which the curve is peaked. Validity is 0.0047. Reliability is 0.358, and t calculated is 0.564.
So this is a scatter plot displaying our results from the ruler test, which was testing reliability. So on the x-axis we have our trial 1, and on the y-axis we have trial 2. And the results we found for this showed a low positive correlation. This scatter plot was for our musical chairs test, which was also testing reliability. Again, on the x-axis we have trial 1, and on the y-axis we have trial 2, but with this we found that there was no correlation. This scatter plot is both the ruler test and the musical chairs test, testing validity. On the x-axis we have musical chairs, and on the y-axis we have the ruler drop test. And with this we also found that there was no correlation in the data. This slide shows examples of multiple scatter plots that show varying correlation. In the middle, you can see the graph with no correlation corresponded to our musical chairs and our validity scatter plots. And the low positive correlation is an example of our first scatter plot for the ruler test.
So this slide is our discussion about reliability. So for the ruler drop test, at a level of confidence of 95% and degrees of freedom at 28, we found that our critical value was 0.361 and the R calculated value was 0.5775. So from those values, we found that the data was significant, and in this case, we would reject the null hypothesis, and there is a moderate relationship. For the musical chairs test, at a level of confidence of 95% and degrees of freedom at 28, we found that R critical was 0.361 and R calc was 0.3585. And since R calc is smaller than R critical, we found that the data is not significant, and in this case, we would accept the null hypothesis, and there is a low relationship.
And now we're on validity. For validity, at an LOC of 95%, our degrees of freedom was 28. Our critical was 0.361, and our calc at 0.0047. And because our calc is smaller than our critical, we determined that the data is not significant. Therefore, we accept the null hypothesis as well, and there is no relationship.
To discuss the t-test. The t-test for the ruler drop test, we had an LOC at 95. We had a degree of freedom of 28. T critical was 2.048, and T calc was 1.64. And because of this, they are not significant, and we accepted the null hypothesis. For the t-test for musical chairs, there was an LOC at 95%, degree of freedom of 28. T critical was 2.048. T calc was 0.564, which meant that it was not significant, and we accepted the null hypothesis.
So these are the limitations of each of our tests. For the ruler drop test, some limitations were practicing the test prior to participating in it, the height that the ruler was dropped from, the size of each subject's hand, the imbalance of the number of female and male participants in the study, and accurately recording the data based on thumb placement. For the musical chairs test, some limitations include the noise in the lab, hard to hear the music that was being played, no familiarization with the test prior to taking it, an underestimated difficulty of the test, again an imbalance of male and female participants, and finally an inconsistent trial duration because the length of the music played had varied.
So this is our discussion about how reaction time affects everyday life. So reaction time is an important part of everyday life and activities. It can be affected by age, gender, physical fitness, disabilities, distractions, and alcohol. Overall, assessing reaction time is important for athletes, driving, and emergency situations. It is essential that we test reaction time to improve or maintain our brain and nerves' reaction to stimuluses.
And here is our conclusion. Overall, the ruler test was more reliable than the musical chairs test And musical chairs reaction time test is not a reliable or accurate way of testing reaction time. The relationship between them was that we concluded that there were no relationships between the ruler test and the musical chairs test. Our results were not as accurate as they could have been because there were an unequal number of male and female participants in both studies. And with that being said, we found no difference between the means for the female and male groups. More has to be done to improve the musical chairs test to make it more reliable in order to use it as a reaction time test. I think that's it, right?